Are you a potential terror threat? Find out.
Man bites snake, dies.
Another Guinness record? This guy chugged soda. Wow.
What's up with that Hunter Biden? We're gonna find out.
A lot of people hate the Babylon Bee, and we read all of the hate mail.
Lady toys with cat with laser, which was on a gun. Shoots her friend.
All this and more on
The Bee Weekly.
Conservative ideas are no longer welcome on most college campuses, or anywhere else for that matter. If you're a conservative college student or professor, then you already know what I'm talking about. If you're hungry for great conservative ideas, look no further. Check out the Conservative Conversations with ISI podcast today. Presented by the Intercollegiate Studies Institute, this podcast is a series of in-depth conversations with leading thinkers of the most important issues facing conservatism. Join Johnny Burtka and James Davenport and dig into the world of conservative ideas with thinkers like William F. Buckley Jr., C.S. Lewis, Yuval Levin, Ross Douthat, and more. To listen, go to isi.org/podcast/B. That's it, isi.org/podcast/BEE. Don't let them keep you from conservative ideas. Listen today.
Welcome, everyone, to the Babylon Bee Weekly, your favorite podcast. Except, the true crime ones. They're hard to beat.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
We can't really do any better.
It costs a life. For every episode of a true crime podcast, someone has to give their life.
That's true. I never thought about it like that.
There's human sacrifice involved in those.
Sometimes many.
So we are a death-free podcast.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, someone gets shot or hurt for our entertainment.
And we are talking about, like, the Afghan
That's
war
true.
and stuff. Right
so
now.
I guess there's some... But I'm sure body count-wise, we're lower on the lower spectrum
Then,
than true crime.
And if there weren't people dying, we could still do the podcast.
Yeah, we could still do it. We don't need
You
them.
don't have true crime if you don't have death.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
So welcome to your death-free podcast.
Death-free podcast today, I think. But we have a subscriber dare today.
Yeah, this is a big. We haven't had a good one in a while.
This is Subscriber Dare.
People could regret this. I mean, they're gonna have to hear us sing.
Yeah. So we accept subscriber dare challenges if you want to become a subscriber to the Babylon Bee, but you're ready, but you haven't been pushed over the edge and you want us to do something silly, we'll do it if you subscribe. So, but a lot of times people do dumb ones, but this is a good one.
Yeah, so this is from M. And she says, hello, I have a subscriber dare for you. My husband, Damien, pronounced Damian. Okay, oops. My husband, Damian, is turning 30, flirty, and thriving on August 9th. Your wives will get the reference, okay?
To August 9th? I don't
Or
understand.
30 flirty or something? I don't know. He is Costa Rican, so if you sing a song in Spanish for him, then we will do a paid subscription. Or is that a subscripción? We are big fans, but I don't know how to speak Spanish. We are big fans, but cheap people. So I've resorted to this to seal the deal. Thanks. I hope they both get subscriptions because we're going to put our all into this. So we went to our worship song generator and we generated a worship song. Kyle, do you want to share the worship song?
Yeah, apparently 30, flirty, and thriving is from 13 going on 30. Jennifer Garner.
Learn something new every day.
Brandon's not knowing.
Perhaps it would have been better if somebody had murdered for this podcast to exist.
It would have been better. So we are going to sing this song. We put it through Google Translate so we can sing it for you in Spanish. And the name of the song is Bombardeo de Amor Ardiente.
So we're going to tell them what the actual lyrics are after? Or a lot of people speak Spanish. I literally don't at all.
Well, if you're on the video, there will be
we're going to put subtitles on it. Okay.
So, but in English, the name of the song is Blazing Love Barrage.
Okay.
So here it is. This is our rendition of Bombardeo de Amor Ardiente, a beautiful Spanish worship song, authentic, straight from Costa Rica. Here we go.
Straight up Costa Rican. And we're changing.
Hold on. Let's make things a little more interesting.
Oh, okay.
So, here at the Babylon Bee, we the underlings under Kyle and Ethan would like to express a concern. You see, Kyle and Ethan, they like to regularly torture us. And we just wanted to spice things up for them and hopefully end this reign of terror. This reign of fire, as you will.
You're referring to Nashville Hot Chicken?
I am referring exactly to Clyde's Nashville Hot Chicken. So we want to make you regret ever eating a spicy thing again.
Oh, no.
So if you will
Spicy.
reach under your table,
What?
there's something adhering to the bottom of the table.
Jeez. Is it like a scorpion?
Dang, he really prepared. Oh, this is the chip.
Oh, man.
And you guys are going to eat this chip.
But I'm on a very strict diet right
sing
now,
the
and they
song.
say don't even take one bite of anything that's not on the diet. I'm serious.
Let me see.
Do I have to have a
For the
stand-in?
subscribers. This
They have
is
to have
for
a
the
stand-in?
subscribers.
So you should make Brandon stand in for you then.
Yeah, I might need to make Brandon stand in for me.
Okay, so this is called the One Chip Challenge. This is a Carolina Reaper and Scorpion Pepper, and it's one extremely hot tortilla chip that is also impossible to open. And
All right, I'll eat one half of a chip, I guess.
here it is. Paqui.
We're sharing a chip. So this is authentic because when they sing in Costa Rica, they eat they have
There it is.
chips, hot chips
I
before
just
they
rubbed
sing.
my face after touching it.
Don't
I'm
touch your
not
face after.
that I should have done that.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't want my hands to touch it.
Okay, I'm almost sure that I cannot eat the whole chip or half the chip, but I can take a
Oh,
bite.
look at that! I just nailed it.
You did. That's pretty good. You ready?
All right, I don't want to touch my face on accident.
Okay.
Ready?
Bottoms up. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hold on to your butts.
This is gonna suck.
This is gonna suck. You're eating the whole thing. I can't do that.
Just got to do it. You got to dive in, and I'm gonna be like a YouTube star because I'm dying.
Do we have milk ready?
Yeah, we don't have milk here at all in the whole place. Before it sets in, we should just get into the song.
All right, before it hits. Too late.
Tu gloria dirite, mi carne de mis huesos como un Nazi in Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Let's do that again. Tu gloria dirite, mi carne de mis mi huesos como un Nazi in Indiana Jones. Suelta tu bomba nuclear de gracia. No queremos que se vaya. Oh yeah, we're in an E minor there. Suelta tu bomba nuclear de gracia. No queremos que se vaya. Wait, that's Mexican.
Take it to La Puente.
Take it to the puente. Loco. Imprudente. Escandaloso. Imparable es tu loco efecto por mí. That's wrong.
It's okay.
Loco. It's got to build up.
It's hard to think when your mouth's on fire.
Imprudente.
Prudente.
And my eyes are literally watering. Escandaloso. Imparable. Es tu loco efecto por mí.
Por mí.
Suelta tu bomba nuclear de gracia. No queremos que se vaya. Suelta tu bomba nuclear de gracia. No queremos que se vaya.
Well, that was the thing that happened.
The singing takes your mind off it.
You guys are handling it really well.
Well, I haven't eaten as much as he had. He ate the whole chip. I'm being a weenie and just nibbling. All right, I'm gonna do the rest.
It's embarrassing for you.
Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I need like a wipe for this finger. I'm scared. Dip my. That's water.
Don't drink that. Wait, no, you have to drink it.
Well,
Oh, did you not put your fingers in? All right.
I just want to make sure that. All right. Well, now my mouth is numb. I feel like I literally had a scorpion just go wild inside my mouth.
Now we are official YouTube stars.
Yeah, this is what they do.
We just like eat stuff.
So anyway, that was our. Hopefully you guys subscribed. Because bonus, we just ate the hottest pepper on earth.
We might have ruined their dare though, because they just wanted us to sing some Spanish, and then the whole time we were like, "Wah, wah."
So we did translate this back from the Spanish back into English. It was pretty good. Google did pretty good, but they did change the title. Remember what that title change was?
It was Bombardment of Burning Love, which is
It was the original one, right? Oh, no, that was what it changed to?
Bombardment of Burning Love.
Bombardment of Burning Love, which is what I'm feeling in my mouth.
To my face. There was a bombardment of burning love in my mouth.
Don't scratch your eye.
Okay, so now we're moving on to what? Stuff that's good?
Stuff that's good.
But now, this week's edition of Stuff That's Good.
All right, well, we just had to take a quick break there. Kyle had to run to the bathroom. I'm ready to drink a whole bunch of LaCroix drinks. Now Kyle's typing his will into the computer. How are you feeling, Kyle? It's like finally starting to go down for me. I'm starting to feel better.
Yeah, so
But you ate the chip later than me, so we're delayed.
The spice level on my mouth never got too bad.
Okay.
I did start to feel burning.
Did you try to swallow it immediately or something?
No. I chewed it and stuff. But I did feel some burning, like slowly spreading over my face.
Careful touching your face.
The bottom of my face.
Uh-huh.
And it hit my stomach hard. So for a second there, the guys got me a bucket.
We got a bucket here, so Kyle may vomit.
It's entirely possible still, because it's still sitting there. I can just feel the chip sitting there. So.
Well, going in the other direction, what's some stuff that's good?
Not that.
Well, I'll start because my things start first on the notes. So I was just sitting around wanting to watch a movie, and I watched this movie called The Hunt, and I completely forgot that this was the movie that like conservatives went crazy about back in like 2019, I think. They're like, oh, Hollywood's making this movie about liberals killing conservatives, like just some kind of sick fantasy. Like even Trump tweeted about, I don't think he used the name of the movie, but he tweeted that, Hollywood's sick and racist and gross, which is all true. But the funny thing about The Hunt is it's like the opposite of everything it's accused of. It's actually like one of the funniest portrayals of liberals I've ever seen. It is about a bunch of these like elite rich liberals that like decide that they're going to kill all these conspiracy theorist conservatives in this like sort of Hunger Games style way. But they're a total cartoon of liberals. Anyway, it's very violent. There's a lot of bad words. But if that's a movie that you watch, that kind of stuff, you like it over the top action comedy, I enjoyed it a lot. I was impressed because they didn't go easy on the liberals, and a lot of the scenes when I was like, it felt like something that we would write. So I highly recommend it if you don't mind a little cussing, a little bit of heads getting blown off with shotguns now and then. But funny. It's not real. It's Hollywood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be harder to get actors.
Yeah,
to
and there's
sign
not
up
real.
for it.
It's not like true crime podcasts where you have to kill somebody in order to get an episode.
Yeah. Right.
Those are the most murderous podcasts there are.
Yeah. I remember when that trailer came out for The Hunt and everyone freaked out about it.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it and going like, oh, I see what they're doing. That's
Yeah.
not, like,
It really was one of the most even-handed movies I've seen come from Hollywood. Like they're trying to make fun of both sides, and it's kind of the joke is about the controversy of being so far to each side that we can't even see each other as humans. You seem like you're still struggling.
I tried to rub my eye with my shirt. I might have gotten some chip.
Okay, cool.
So,
how about you? What do you got?
I like a video game called Titanfall 2, which is a sequel to Titanfall 1, but you don't need to play Titanfall 1. Titanfall 1 didn't even have a single player.
Even as not a gamer, I was guessing that it was a sequel to Titanfall 1.
You're right. Yeah, you kind of, the 2 usually gives it, tips it off. When I played Titanfall 2, it reminded me of my favorite video game ever, Portal, yes, but also Half-Life 2. Okay. And I could tell immediately right away.
That's the sequel to Half-Life 1?
Which is the second game after Half-Life 1.
Gotcha.
And I was blown away because they never make video games anymore that have very good single-player campaigns. It's all about multiplayer. They want you to, buy downloadable content, kill people online. You're fighting 13-year-olds online all the time, like Call of Duty style, and I don't enjoy that. So to actually have a very solid 8 to 10 hour single-player first-person shooter campaign, very well produced, great story. I could just tell a lot of love went into it, and it's it's put out by Respawn Entertainment with EA, and it's like Electronic Arts gets a lot of crap for putting out corporate feeling stuff that's all about making money on DLC. So I was blown away. This came out a few years ago, and I just assumed it was crap. And it was recommended to me by our managing editor, Joel, and I played it, and I just absolutely loved it. I played through it in a weekend. It was amazing. So Titanfall 2, if you haven't checked it out, it's probably $10 online. You can get it. So
All right, there you go.
Check that out.
That's the best is when you finally decide to try a game out, and now it's like in the classics.
Yes, right, exactly.
what I do.
When I got it for $4.99 when it was on sale, so that was the way to do it. Let's do some weird news.
Yeah.
This has been Stuff That's Good.
When you scroll Facebook and you count on Facebook to give you the content that you want to read, it's like you're going up to Mark Zuckerberg every morning, knocking on his door and saying, "Hey, Mark Zuckerberg, what should I read this morning?" Or you could just support the Babylon Bee. BabylonBee.com/plans. You can subscribe. You get full-length podcasts, ad-free podcasts. You get ad-free web browsing on our site, premium content at certain levels. You even get access to a little social network that our friends at Not the Bee have created.
Yeah, be part of the community, the in crowd, the B crowd.
This news is weird.
Podcaster eats chip, nearly vomits. Oh, that's not on our list. Can't concentrate as he's trying to do a podcast
I'm sweating, but it's also really hot in here.
because
We
he's
don't have
trying
the
not
AC
to
on.
throw up. This lady was using the laser sight on a handgun to play with a cat, and then she accidentally shot her friend. Sorry, I'm not laughing.
Well, I read the whole thing, so I know nobody dies.
Oh, okay. So she was visiting and
Kenosha.
an apartment in Kenosha. And
Isn't Kenosha something famous for Kenosha? What happened in Kenosha? Cheese. I feel like something big happened there, like a shooting or something.
That does feel
Not
like
this shooting, but or no, that was like a race or something. Something happened with like racial
Jacob Black.
justice.
Yeah, it was the Jacob Black one. Yep.
Was it shooting?
Mm-hmm. Last year in August. Yeah.
Kenosha. She's at least trying to bring back, like, improve this. When people say Kenosha, they'll go, "Oh, that's the city where the lady shot their friend instead of a cat." That's better.
Oh, and Rittenhouse. That was the whole.
Rittenhouse. That's right. The whole Rittenhouse thing. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, this isn't about them. This
No.
is about that they decided it was a good idea to point at the wall with.
So they're just playing laser pointer with the cat.
But they said, "Hey, we don't have a laser pointer.
Well, we do.
Hey, there's a handgun over there that has a laser sight on it.
Yeah, that's a laser pointer. It
Let's
points.
just use that." And that doesn't seem like a great
And then
idea.
they're having a gas. The cat's just going all over trying to get that laser, and he just can't. He doesn't understand why he can't touch it. His little mind is just like doing circles. Like, what is it? It's there, but it's not.
So they shot the gun owner's thigh.
So at some point, probably at the peak of the fun, like, oh, the
It was
cat.
probably the most fun. It always happens at the most
And then
fun
everybody
moment.
probably for a moment was frozen, like, who got hit? Am I gonna get hit? Who got hit? And then they look down.
It's me.
It was me. And it was the
me all
friend got her leg shot. The gun owner's thigh. So is the girl that was holding the gun shot herself in the thigh? Or did the gun owner let her friend play with her gun and then she got
That's
shot?
my understanding.
Either way, there is some karma there. A little bit of karma.
And they were drinking, so I mean,
I don't know.
I also am wondering, like, if you try to snipe a cat,
I got lucky.
if you try to take out a cat with a sniper rifle and you've got the laser dot,
Well, that's cheating.
and then they just
Or you could take a guy out with just a laser pointer and then the cat jumps on him.
oh, I see, like
It's a killer
stick
cat.
'em,
Does
like
it work
a-
on tigers? I don't know.
I don't know. You need a really big one.
Bank robber's handwriting was so bad the teller didn't even know he was trying to rob the place. So police say Alan Slattery entered 3 banks in Eastbourne. So is this UK?
It's got to be with names
Eastbourne?
like
Or is
Alan
that
Slattery,
or maybe it's
and Eastbourne and Hastings,
or it could be Australia or something. Slattery.
it's the UK.
Okay. In the space of 2 weeks, he entered 3 banks in the space of 2 weeks and used written notes to ask the cashiers to hand over money. But according to the constables, his first attempt was at the Nationwide Building Society in Eastbourne, but due to really bad handwriting, the employee was unable to read the note. Slattery was forced to just leave empty-handed. I want to know how that went.
Does he
What
not-
is this? Are you a prescription? This is a prescription? What is this?
Yeah, the pharmacy's down the street.
Yeah.
So maybe he was a doctor too.
Yeah, they're like, your name is Roger? You're a Roomba? They can't read the word robber.
Give me all your cats.
Robber?
Give me. I'm trying to like.
I would love to get, like, what is she saying, trying to read it.
Yeah.
It would be probably like our song in the beginning, but she wasn't eating a hot chip. Mm-hmm. So Slattery has been arrested and charged with attempted robbery. So I guess, did he ever pull it off?
This is attempted.
Yeah,
so
attempted.
I guess that counts.
Oh, he entered 3 banks, and then this one, he tried to do it. I guess. I don't know.
Oh, so his first attempt failed, but maybe he had some other. But I think that still counts. He's still getting in trouble for that. According to the Department of...
Sorry. I'm going to say once they got figured out what the note said.
Yeah.
Wait, go get that guy. Now I get it.
Maybe he should have like done it. He should have drawn a picture, like stick figures instead.
Or just texted him.
Yeah. Something.
Or talked.
Voice to text.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hello, hand over all your money. According to the Department of Homeland Security, if you oppose COVID restrictions, or if you think election fraud took place in 2020, you are a potential terror threat. This was kind of crazy. I saw this graphic going around. That NBC. It was on NBC Nightly News. Potential terror threats, and it's listing from the Department of Homeland Security. Opposition to COVID measures is one.
Wow.
Claims of election fraud and a belief that Trump can be reinstated. And
Well,
then it
it's
says
potential terror threat. You might be a normal guy.
9/11 anniversary and religious holidays. I don't know
What's that mean?
I assume that just means like
Like you celebrate 9/11 holidays?
I guess
Yeah, definite terrorist there.
I think it's just saying like that's a high threat time. Like they're on high alert on
I see.
9/11.
Gotcha.
Or Christian holidays like
'Cause I don't even know a 9/11 holiday except for like when you're remembering it sadly, not celebrating. Unless you're one of the bad guys, probably. I mean,
unless you're Ilhan Omar.
exactly. So the advisory states. Oh wait, you already read that?
No, it says
All right,
anti-government.
my brain's still kicking back after that hot pepper.
Anti-government violent extremists will remain a national threat priority for the United States. These extremists may seek to exploit the reemergence of COVID-19 variants by viewing the potential reestablishment of public health restrictions across the United States as a rationale to conduct attacks. So it's a weird...
And then they also said this new terrorism advisory is not based on any actual threats or plots.
Oh, that's...
So it's just somebody coming up with stuff that maybe like, maybe terrorists, maybe they like beef jerky. I don't know. Maybe they just like, maybe they got giant beards.
Play banjo?
Possibly. Put it down. Put it down, Mark. Just over there writing their
like,
list.
So it's like a writer's room, and there's
Yeah.
a guy like yeah, what do you guys got? It's we're just spitballing here.
Spam. They like spam. They're always trying to force their friends to eat spam. Okay.
He's like, what about if they're Muslim? Hey, bro.
Whoa. Dude.
Come on.
Fired. That guy's fired.
Who let that guy in the writer's room?
Man, I don't know. I can't believe you just suggested that all Muslims are terrorists, though. Kyle. Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm under the influence of Chip.
Canadian man charged after flying a helicopter to Dairy Queen to purchase an ice cream cake.
So he's... he charged because of the COVID restrictions? Oh, no.
Yeah, why is he in trouble? It sounds like a great idea.
He was not licensed to land it outside the Dairy Queen.
Okay, so Dairy Queen wasn't a helicopter landing zone?
Yeah, so landing near Dairy Queen requires a special...
Was this like a birthday emergency, like his daughter's birthday, and he forgot to get her a cake, and he's like, I'm taking the copter out, and he like lands at Dairy Queen to get it?
I guess.
Maybe they live
It
somewhere
sounds
remote.
like something in a rom-com or something.
Saskatchewan, right? That's like, I just imagine like, well, what I imagine is a bunch of tundra and then Bigfoot's walking around because the word Sasquatch is almost in the name, so I just immediately think. Though I know it's probably a city. I assume it's a city. I really don't know anything.
So it says you're only allowed to do it if it's an emergency. And that did not qualify.
Didn't qualify? We got an ice cream cake emergency. So he was licensed, but not to land outside
Licensed
the
to fly a
DQ.
helicopter, but not to land outside the DQ.
Huh. Did he get to keep the cake? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I would think so.
He probably knew the risk he was taking and he thought it was worth it. Got belches coming up here, little bubbles. Well, moving on. Can you talk? Okay.
Drunk guy started biting a venomous?
Venomous. A feminist baby. A venomous baby snake.
A drunk guy started biting a venomous baby snake that bit him. That originally bit him, and now he's dead.
So I think it bit him. He bit it back. He lost the fight.
So he said, you know what's going to happen if you bite me? I'm going to do the same thing to you. And he bites it.
So Rama Mato. Wait, you want to read it?
Rama Mato was just chilling on his porch on Sunday drunk when a baby kite snake, a highly venomous snake, bit him in his leg. It made him so upset that he grabbed it and he tried to bite it. But while he was trying to bite it, he was bitten more than 10 times in the face.
My gosh, so it's in his mouth.
And then he threw it into a tree.
So they don't know if it lived, probably because it threw into a tree.
His family tried to get him to seek medical attention, but he said the baby snake was only a little guy.
He's like, it's just a baby.
He went to bed, and in the morning, he was found dead.
Man. Okay, well, lesson learned.
Lesson learned, don't bite a
Even if it's a baby.
snake.
It's not baby venom.
This
Grown-up venom.
There's a lesson here.
There is.
In revenge.
It's a vengeance lesson.
Like, it's like, oh, they killed me, so I'm going to go kill them.
Especially if it's a baby. Babies don't know any better. What you do is you talk to that baby and you positive reinforcement.
It's like if a toddler bites you.
Yeah, you don't bite
you
the toddler.
don't bite him back.
I mean, at some point you might need to show them what it feels like and do like a gentle bite.
What? I disagree. I don't think you should
if they just won't stop.
I'm going
to use fake teeth.
I'm going to come out against all forms of biting children.
I'm not going to bite him, but this puppet's going to bite you, and it has human teeth. And I'm not going to go all the way, but I want you to know the pain you're inflicting on people. And then until they start to look like, oh, that hurts. And then now you know. I'm going to write a parenting book.
Puppet parenting.
You just have a puppet for every situation. This is the human teeth puppet.
Where are you acquiring never mind. Just
people die every day, Kyle. There's teeth everywhere. You can get human teeth for a puppet. You just have to add it when people have to sign off from when they get the driver's license. Would you be willing to donate your teeth to parenting puppetry? No?
It's like the organ donor.
Yeah, it's like an organ donor.
Yeah, just teeth.
Yeah. To teaching children not to bite. Okay, so Barbie code condemned. That's a typo. Barbie condemned after releasing an inclusive Tokyo Olympics collection that didn't actually even include an Asian-looking doll. So it's inclusive and it's Tokyo Olympics, but they didn't leave out. No one there looks like they're from Tokyo.
What does someone that looks like Tokyo look like? Friends from Tokyo.
Because I think that girl kinda. I mean, they tried to make it all ambiguously except for. I mean, there's because there's so many races. How are you going to cover them all? But yeah, Asian's a big one. I mean, there's a lot of Asian.
Yeah, it's kind of weird in this article.
What do you think? What do you think, Brandon? I don't know if Brandon wants to weigh in. He's Asian. But
he keeps saying they did not include a visibly Asian Barbie.
Visibly Asian. It is like tread into very racist waters.
So they're mad that... No, never mind.
So many things not to say.
Yeah.
So they got widespread criticism for this.
So it's inclusive, but not Tokyo. Even though it's the Tokyo Olympics.
My daughter loves Barbies, and she just we let her pick whatever one she wants. And she'll pick out, she actually saved her money up to buy a wheelchair Barbie. Like all these inclusive ones, we didn't tell her. So, and our babysitter's very, she's telling us how proud of us she is as parents. You just bring her up right. You're getting her the wheelchair Barbie and all the different races of Barbie. And I applaud your parenting. She just does that. We don't make her. she could go all out Paris Hilton Barbies and she just doesn't. So
a guy broke a Guinness World Record by chugging a 2-liter soda in 18.45 seconds.
Oh, this guy has a cool nickname.
Eric Badlands Booker.
Eric Badlands Booker. Chugging a 2-liter. Oh, he's a rapper.
So he finished the drink and then he said, "Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's delicious." Which I want to say every time I drink a soda now.
Sit down in the theater while I chug this 2-liter because my name, I'm like Second Peter. I'm going to freak on the... That's all I got. I'm still burning from this pepper. I'm going to blame that.
Wearing a wife beater?
Wife beater. Right. I'm about to break some records.
Break the meter.
Correct me if I'm freckled. Can we move on?
All right. So we're going to talk to Phelim McAleer.
Do we have to speak Irish to say his name, or is it
What's his last name?
McAleer?
What?
McAleer.
We're going to talk to Phelim McAleer.
Yes.
Who is an Irish-American filmmaker.
Filmmakers. They made the Gosnell film.
Yeah.
They made some other documentaries, and now they're working on a movie about Hunter Biden and all the stuff that everybody's trying to make us not know about.
And he makes a great point that basically the Hunter Biden story is like The Wolf of Wall Street. Why has nobody made this movie?
Yeah. Like everything that, which I'm not even saying what the Trump kids are or are not, but everything that they got like characterized as being.
Yes.
He literally is all of it, and they don't talk about him.
And they don't talk about it at all. All right, let's talk to him.
Let's do it.
All right, Mr. McAleer, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So Phelim McAleer is you're working on a project called My Son Hunter, which is talking about one of the most upstanding citizens of the United States, Hunter Biden, and all of his great accomplishments. You want to tell us a little bit about this thing?
Yeah, well, it's a movie. We're making a movie about Hunter Biden. It's a Hunter Biden biopic. To us, it's a movie that should be a competition in Hollywood to make this movie. This should be a bidding war. It's got everything. It's got sexy women. It's got strip joints. It's got exotic locations: China, Ukraine, Kiev, Monte Carlo. It's got corruption. It's got power. It's got Washington. It's got sex and drugs and rock and roll. And these are the ingredients of a great movie, I'm told. But no one wants to make it because it shines an unwelcome spotlight on Hunter Biden, on Joe Biden, and on the corruption of the Biden family. And it's good, So this is what we do. We tell stories that no one else tells. So we're making a movie about that, and it's going to be shot in Serbia, which is going to double as Ukraine. It's going to be shot in Serbia in the next few months, starting in October.
A bidding war for the Hunter Biden. Now there's different Hollywood directors that I want to see their spin on the Hunter Biden,
the Snyder cut,
the Michael Bay with lots of cocaine explosions, the Steven Spielberg version. I don't know, just throwing some stuff out there. But
so my main question when I think about this, what is it about Hunter Biden what does it tell us about Joe Biden? Like, what is are you just picking on his son, or what's the story there?
Well, I mean, look, as people probably can hear from my accent, I'm not from around these parts, right? I'm from Ireland. I'm not going to, being Irish, I'm not going to make a movie making fun of someone's addictions. We imported alcoholism, exported alcoholism all over the world, it and the potato, and so as an Irishman, we're not going to make fun of someone's addictions, and we're not doing that, right? Even though he's been very public about it. This is, I say this movie is Austin Powers meets King Lear meets House of Cards, right? So there's all these different elements to it, and there is this King Lear element to it where Hunter Biden is not the perfect son, not the chosen son, not the golden son. Bo was that. Bo died, unfortunately, tragically. And there's this tension between Joe and Hunter. Hunter is the weak son, the Fredo. And Joe looks at Hunter, and most parents would look at him and say he needs protection, he needs help. What did Joe do? He used him as his bag man. Going around raising money using the Biden family name, cutting the big guy in for 10%. So there's a lot of tension there. I mean, we talked about this movie to a famous Hollywood director who I won't give his name. He wants to stay out, and he said, "I can't help you with this. I want to work again." And we said, "Well, tell us what you think." He goes, "You know what? At some level, Hunter hates his father. That's why he left the laptop behind for a year. He wanted it to be discovered somewhere subconsciously. Who does that, right? And it's like he wanted to sabotage his father's campaign. There's that tension there between the two of them. It has always been there. So there's, Hunter did write, people may not know this, Hunter did write an email saying, I'm cutting the big guy in for 10% of all my deals. And the big guy, according to his business partner, was Joe Biden. So there's a lot of great stories there.
Now, Twitter actually banned all the sharing of that story about the laptop when it first came out. What are your chances that your movie is going to get banned on Twitter? Are they even going to let people see it? Or
well, we're in negotiations with the Taliban at the moment to get them to push it out through their account. Apparently, they're big influencers. I don't know where they are. There's this account called the Taliban. They're big influencers. I don't know exactly who they are, but if you pay them enough money, they'll send it out through their account, and they're very powerful.
They're big, yeah. They promote a lot of multiculturalist issues and stuff like that.
Really funny TikToks.
Yeah. So that's our marketing plan. But seriously, I mean, obviously, there's the possibility of getting banned, and we just have to try not get banned, and then use it to our advantage if we do by saying, really, you're going to do this. I mean, hopefully there will be some self-respecting members of the media out there that say this is too much. I mean, Hunter Biden has written a biography about all of this. A confessional memoir that had lots of lies in it, interestingly, for a confessional memoir. But he's written about this. So, Twitter, are you going to ban Hunter Biden as well?
So was it about Hunter Biden, his story, that made you go, "Oh, we got to make a movie"? Like, what was the thing
hook,
about it? What's the big hook for it?
Well, I'm from Northern Ireland, but I really hate people trying to cover up the truth. Actually, it really gets my goat. Like, it really gets under my skin. And I thought, when you see somebody trying to cover something up, the first inclination is just to throw it out there for people to see it. So I want to get that story out there. I want to get that truth out there. And, it's just an amazingly great, it's a funny story too. There is an Austin Powers element to this. Hunter, he talks about in his biography, and in an interview he gave with the New Yorker, he was going into a rehab facility, and I think it was in DC. On the way in, he met a woman called Bicycles, who she was a homeless woman who carried a bicycle, therefore was known as Bicycles. And he got into conversation with her, and instead of going into the rehab facility, spent the next 2 months living with Bicycles. So there's a humorous elements to it. Like, this is a guy who, on his first day in the Navy, he got a waiver to go into the Navy as an older person. He got in directly. First day was tested for drugs and was found to have more cocaine in the system than the population of Colombia, and he had some excuse in his per capita. Yeah, he had some excuse about, I met some South Africans in a bar and they gave me a cigarette. The cigarette was laced with cocaine. I didn't realize it.
It happens to me all the time. Yeah.
It happens. I mean, you meet people all the time who give you cigarettes for free, don't you? And I don't know much about cocaine, but I don't imagine people are giving it away free to strangers either. So there's a humorous element, there's a funny element to this that's the element of a good movie as well, in my opinion. And there's a serious element to it, and there's an entertainment element to it as well. So it's the perfect movie.
So I'm going to assume this is all funded by Putin and Russia. Your whole movie is Russian misinformation.
Yes, right. That's what they said, Russian misinformation. Well, no, actually, thank you for bringing that up. No, we're crowdfunding it, actually. And we put it out to people. We did that with our last movie. We made the Gosnell movie. Yeah. Many of your listeners will probably know the Gosnell story and the Gosnell movie, and many of them will probably have supported the Gosnell movie, actually. And we raised $2.6 million for that, and we're now doing the Hunter Biden movie, $2.5 million. We're almost there. People can go to mysonhunter.com if they want to help. But it's important because Hollywood won't fund this. The mainstream media won't report on it. This story has to be told, and it's important that it's be told, and it's people funded, not establishment funded.
It's kind of fascinating, like stories like Gosnell. Like, you would think, very similar to what you're talking about with the Hunter Biden movie, that so many people would jump at the chance to make a movie about this crazy serial killer. But because he was an abortion doctor, nobody wanted to touch it.
No, look, we were literally, because we were documentary filmmakers, right? We were journalist documentary filmmakers. And I was actually in the courtroom during the Gosnell trial. And I came back to Los Angeles, where we're based, and said to Anne, "We've got to make this movie." And she go, and they said, "No, we don't cover, we don't do that." But I got the transcripts, and Anne read them. My wife, a producing partner, and she said, "We got to make this." And we then said, "Well, but obviously everyone else is going to be making it. What do we know? Look, we can't make a Gosnell movie. Everyone else is going to be making it." So we sat and waited for the announcement, and waited and waited and waited. I mean, you're right. It has serial killers. It has racism. Like Gosnell had nicer rooms for white women than black women. Right? Wow, I didn't know. It has, most of its victims were African Americans or immigrants. It had abortion, a hot topic. It had a crime, true crime. It had serial killers. It had dogged detectives. It even had the opioid crisis. He was caught because he was selling opioids, not because of what he was doing in the abortion clinic. They stumbled across the abortion story because of an opioid search warrant. It has all the elements. And the fact that we actually had to take out some of the strangest, craziest stuff for the movie. We put it in the book because people wouldn't believe it. And, you don't want to bring people out of the movie. But some of the stuff was so crazy that we took it out and put it in the book.
Could you put it on our podcast?
What's the craziest stuff?
I want to hear it. This is one of them.
The crazy stuff, I mean, when they raided the clinic, he was in the middle of a proceeding. No, it wasn't in the middle, but he left them, even though they were witnessing all this thing, the baby's feet in jars and all, he went off and performed an abortion on a woman, right? During the search, came back and they were interrogating him, and he opened up his lunch, which was teriyaki salmon, and had blood-stained gloves on him, and proceeded to eat his lunch in front of them. Now, there's a hardened FBI agent who described this in court and says, "To this day, I have not been able to eat salmon."
Oh. Yeah. If you put that in the movie, it almost seems like too cartoonishly over the top.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There was so much like that you're just thinking, yes, right. You're risking the cartoon element to it, and we were going, okay, you can tell the truth, but you don't want to take your viewers out of the movie. So it's a great. I mean, it's a great story, and I mean that from a journalistic movie point of view. It has all the elements, and we felt it was really important to tell it. And when we realized people weren't going to tell it, we knew we had to tell it, and we're very proud of it.
I'm curious. You go back to this My Son Hunter movie, and I still talk to people that don't know what that anything happened with Hunter Biden. They either didn't even hear about the laptop story, or they heard about the laptop and they go, "Oh yeah, that got banned because it was a fake story." I mean, what is the awareness level of all this stuff?
Appallingly low. Very interesting. The MRC, actually, Media Research Center, did a poll just after the election. Something like 50 or 60% of Democrats had never heard of Hunter Biden. Interestingly, when they told them about him, they say 15% said it would have changed their vote, but they hadn't heard of him. We did a poll on Venice Boardwalk of the tourists going back, and we chose 20 Biden voters. 19 had never heard of Hunter Biden. 18 had never heard. One had heard but didn't know much, and one had heard and knew the corruption stories. So people do. You're right. Now it's since he wrote his book and since his art has come out, his wonderful art. That story has permeated a little, but you're right. It's shocking how little people know. And if this movie does anything but sends people to Google to find the stories about him, and hopefully Google won't be censoring them that much, then we've done something. But you're right. There is, among Democrats and among people and independents, there's limited knowledge of Hunter Biden, and these are stories they should know.
With all your research of Hunter Biden, what's something you like about him?
Well, that's a good question. What do I like about Hunter? Look.
There's got to be some tidbit in there. You're like, you know what? Kind of like that part of this guy.
Top 5 favorite things. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'm going to ask my wife that because she's more of a human being.
She's more sympathetic. Yeah.
She's more empathy. What do we like about Hunter Biden? Is there anything we like about him? Actually, she's looking at me like, it's funny.
Tragic figure.
Sorry, I mean, my wife actually is even sorer on him than I am. She really doesn't like it. On his book, on his confessional memoir, it says Hunter Biden has 5 children, 3 girls, 4 children, three girls and a boy. He has a baby by a stripper in Arkansas. A girl, and he has never acknowledged that baby. The president of the United States had an inauguration and never acknowledged that baby. This is scum behavior. This is scum. That child is going to grow up into an adult. This child is going to grow up into a teenager, and it's all going to be there on YouTube. She's going to get the book and see that he, in his confessional memoir, when he was supposed to tell the truth and when he was supposed to really, bring it all out there, he decided, he wiped her off the face of the earth, and she did nothing in his bio. Like, I mean, what kind of person, So
we have respect for how much drink he can do.
Oh, actually, Anne's telling me now we have respect for the amount of alcohol he can put away.
There we go.
Coming from you, coming from the Irish.
Yeah, coming from an Irishman.
Being from Ireland, listen. See, people don't actually realize how much Irish people drink. They see that in movies, think it's a cliche, and then you go home and we live the cliche. So we do have a certain amount of, respect for his ability to put it away.
Yeah, he's a savvy businessman too. I mean,
interesting. He was a good businessman. He was getting 86,000 a year for 86,000 per month from Burisma, the Ukrainian oil company, for I think 5 years. For corporate governance advice. He was a part. Yeah, we respect that. He was a partner in a Chinese investment fund, a $1.2 billion Chinese investment fund. He had another Chinese businessman give him a diamond ring worth $85,000. He had another Chinese businessman give him a credit card worth $100,000 worth of credit. And the mayor of Moscow's wife sent him $3 million for consultancy services. So, I mean, he as a conservative capitalist, he's good at bringing in the dough. Got to respect that.
Did you guys try to get Nicolas Cage to play Hunter Biden?
That's a good point. Actually, we should think about that. Nicholas, there's a definite
maybe
element.
a crowdfunding stretch goal, like if you hit
a
certain, we'll do a Nicolas Cage edit.
Because actually, it's a good point. He has that Nicolas Cage feel to him, all right. Slightly crazy.
Yeah, slightly crazy, exactly. Just throwing that out there. I don't know.
Some ideas.
All right, so people can go to mysonhunter.com if they want to help support this movie. And thanks so much for joining us. This is
I love how you say the word baby.
Yeah, I was going to say
baby.
that too. That's the next thing I was going to say.
Baby?
Can you say baby?
I can't even say it. Baby.
He has a baby. Baby.
You just ran
guys,
over
I'm glad I've made your afternoon with that. I feel this is racism or something.
I know it's something.
Well,
you don't get to be, make racist jokes until you get, an Irish guy, and we get to just let it out.
Yeah, so. Italians and the Irish. That's pretty much all we have left.
So sorry, you got.
Okay, well, that's my role in life now, I suppose.
All right, it was a pleasure talking to you, sir. And
okay, guys, thank you.
Check out My Son Hunter.
MySonHunter.com. Now that guy was one cool lad.
Oh yeah, luck of the Irish.
Well, wow, yeah.
Aye.
Potato. So we're gonna go to hate mail now, and this is gonna be a mega hate mail section. We just collected a bunch of hate mail.
Yeah, we're using up. Hopefully, we get more hate mail because we're using it all up in this episode. Oh, what? Whoa, Kyle, your shirt just suddenly changed. Crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to a Padres game after this.
Oh, cool. Is that a sport?
Yeah, it is a sport.
Oh.
Yeah, they play the stick ball.
Okay, with the stick in the ball.
Yeah, it's like cricket.
With red threads in the ball.
That's the one.
That's the one. Okay.
But the problem is, all the good seats are in the vaccinated section.
Oh.
So, but I don't want to get vaccinated because I don't want to grow a third arm. So I'm going to wear my I identify as vaccinated T-shirt.
Guaranteed to work in any situation.
Guaranteed. 100% earn your money back.
So what I love about this shirt is that we work very hard on our jokes at Babylon B and our one joke. And this is our one joke. And it's been honed. Down to this.
This is the final form.
The final form
of the joke.
Have you monetized it before, or is this your first merchandise
This is
based
our
on
first
this
merch,
joke?
and we spent a lot of
Congratulations.
time trying to come up with good merch. And then our CEO was like, "Hey, you should just do a shirt that says identifies vaccinated." We did it, and it's like
It just sold like crazy.
Nice.
made all of our money for this month
Yeah.
just on this shirt.
Yeah, but they're
So-
still available.
Shop.babylonb.com. Check it out.
It's already being pirated by other companies and sold.
This logo has been stolen and sold all over the place, but buy the official one.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere you need to go. We have one's for men, one's for women, one's
We got
agender,
coffee mugs, everything.
hats, everything you need.
Face
And
mask.
if you're a premium Babylon
That'd
B
be good,
subscriber,
man.
you have a
Those
discount
masks.
too.
Sorry.
Dang it, Ethan. If you're a premium Babylon B subscriber, you have a discount on your email that you can use. Discount code.
Discount code.
So,
Don't discount that.
anyway.
Okay.
I really miss Adam Ford.
So here we go. Let's rapid fire through this hate mail before I vomit.
Okay. Or
Doctor,
not.
so we wrote an article. Dr. Fauci runs into village screaming that a wolf is coming to devour us all again, and this guy didn't like it.
Does he know about the story of the boy who cried wolf?
Oh, maybe. Or
Maybe
does
he
he know
didn't
who
know about
Dr. Fauci is?
Maybe not.
If he doesn't know, if you don't know either of those things, then the joke's not.
You're
gonna
really
be
going to be lost. That could be the case here.
He says, "Are any articles ever funny? These guys are lost. I thought this was supposed to be parody. Parody equals funny. These stupid jokes are not funny."
His name's Freaky Lil G. So
He has an interesting logic chain there.
Mm-hmm.
He was under the impression we were supposed to be parody. However, tangential theorem, fact parody equals funny. These jokes are not funny, therefore they are not parody.
therefore they are true.
So it's not parody.
It's not parody.
His ultimate argument is that it is not parody.
But there's that Christian band called Apologetics,
But yeah.
and they're parodies. But they're not very funny.
So are they parody?
So are they not parody? Is it really the real song? We just don't realize it? I don't know. Hey, here's one from It's Me Pappy Paper. Okay, that's his name. This is like The Onion, but unfunny and uninteresting.
Hey, here's another one about us not being as funny as The Onion. Whatever the worst article is that was ever published by The Onion is still about 30 times funnier than this garbage.
The Onion has high standards, so I bet their least funny article's still up there quite a ways.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Are we reading this one?
So here's it.
This is a mouthful.
This guy, I don't even understand what's happening.
Okay.
But, let's just do it.
It's in a very large font. Did he send it to you in this
This is
giant
the
font?
exact font that he sent it in.
Yeah, I would show you, but there's lots of swearing in it. So what's he responding to? Does it matter?
He just kind of emailed us out of the blue, and I don't understand what's happening.
Okay. Are you taking this or am I?
Could not agree more. These
Porpoises.
could care less about children, the elderly, or anyone except those poor fetuses that we whack out of the womb, just like God, G-A-W-D, says to do in Hosea 13 through 16 and Psalms 137 through 9. When we abort, we are following the dictates of God. So shut your
Flower bed.
pious Bible holes and take your punishment from heaven like the sinning dog
Turnip.
you are. Bonus corollary, we rid ourselves of total garbage
Donkey.
humans, and hopefully there
Hacksaw.
are resultants from all that Kentucky inbreeding and hee-haw pants leavings. No downside here.
Pants leavings.
So like,
Is that poo-poo? Like pants leavings? We got some leavings in these pants. I get it.
I hope it's poo.
Like it got left behind in the pants. So Hosea, you get how old are you in your Bible? Hosea 13 through 16
I have no idea.
endorses abortion.
Oh, probably like Psalms is like the God. I hope that God throws your babies against the rock or whatever maybe. Their little ones will be dashed to the ground. Hosea 13, 16. Yeah. Okay. Although it's not Hosea 13 through 16. It's Hosea 13:16, but he put 13 through 16.
Oh,
So he just doesn't know the Bible.
doesn't know how to do Bible addresses.
He doesn't know his Bible hole.
Bible hole?
He says, shut your pious Bible holes.
Bible holes. Well, it seems like he got to get out a lot of creativity when he wrote this, so I'm all for it.
So we had a really long one. Now here's a really short one.
Okay, this is very to the point. From William. Hello. Hello.
Flower bed.
You. Try being funny. Will. Sent from my iPhone.
And the best part, you missed the best part, the subject line.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's subject. Very important.
Okay.
That's the subject line.
This guy was mad about an article we did about abortion.
Oh, this is amazing.
I'm sure every male at BB keeps it in his pants unless he wants his wife married in a devout Christian ceremony and carried unpolluted to the marriage bed to have a bouncing baby every year to make Jesus smile. Woman, what have I to do with thee?
The whole thing's all caps.
As long as you maintain the hate women theme and endorse forcing us to have that baby every year to pay for your fun, you can stop sending me the rest of your...
Turnip.
Jesus never existed.
So why are you subscribed?
I don't understand why they were subscribed to our
Why were they subscribed in the first place?
Yeah.
Maybe they subscribed and then they didn't know we were pro-life or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm fascinated by these like ideas that if you're just the character that they've created of guys who are pro-life.
Yeah, that's totally.
Like they're like lording over women. And like most of the females I know are pro-life.
I want my wife to have a bouncing baby every year just to make Jesus smile.
A baby every year?
That'd be a lot.
That would be a lot.
Most of us don't want a baby every year.
And you don't want a wife who's in the first year of a baby every year.
Right.
That's
it's hard.
That's some crazy Mormon stuff.
Yeah, we're not Mormons. We're Christians.
At least the FLDS.
Yeah. Right.
Like
well,
30.
but even the regular.
But that's why they have so many wives, because you want at least one wife who's not in that first year of baby, because that's a rough year for everybody.
All right. We got one more hate mail for you before we jump into the subscriber portion.
This is one where she didn't realize it was a joke.
Yeah, so we wrote an article, Wrestler Stripped of Gold Medal After Pro-USA Comments Surface, and she replies to the email with that article.
So she wrote, she is stripped of her well-deserved gold medal just because her statement was pro-American, and in a moment of joy, she made a mistake according to the IOC. She was asked how she felt when she won. How else would expect one to answer? What type of bull
Donkey
from the IOC is this? I will never again support the Olympics. Disgusting. And worst of all, we let them get away with this garbage. I hope the popularity sinks to rock bottom. Then they'll learn the hard way financially. Mark, his name's Mark. Oops, it's not a girl. It's a man.
Oh, okay. Sorry, did we say she? Oh, because
I said she at the beginning. I know I had in my head that this was a woman. I just imagined like an ant. I always think whenever someone makes a mistake on the internet, I think it's an ant.
It's always...
Because the other day, my aunt... Like I posted a drawing of like a weird dragon that I did in my sketchbook the other day. She replied on Facebook, like a message about condolences for my dad passing, like on the comments of the drawing, like as if she's replying to it. Like it was just weird. Like she doesn't know how comments work on Facebook. Yeah,
grandparents, aunts, they do that a lot. Yeah.
Oh, they'll just talk to somebody like they're DMing.
Yeah.
How are the kids?
Yeah, just like that's not how this works. All right, we're going to move into our subscriber lounge after a short break.
We're just going to lay there.
And,
think about our lives.
We have some bonus hate mail, and we're going to read some subscriber headlines.
More bonus hate mail.
And let's do it.
Let's do it.
Coming up next for Babylon Bee subscribers.
A New York man who killed 15,000 nursing home patients faces charges for goosing his secretary. Can I just say that goosing is a great word?
Goosing. New poll of D&D gamers reveals their 3 favorite mythological beings are elves, dwarves, and girlfriends.
Whoa. Married.
Hello.
3 kids.
Wondering what they'll say next? The rest of this podcast is in our super exclusive premium subscriber lounge. Go to babylonbee.com/plans for full-length ad-free podcasts. Kyle and Ethan would like to thank Seth Dillon for paying the bills, Adam Ford for creating their job, the other writers for tirelessly pitching headlines, the subscribers, and you, the listener. Until next time, this is Dave D'Andrea, the voice of the Babylon Bee.